I'm on a quest to make the worst ornament of 2024. Let me explain. 2024 has been full of a lot of controversial and notable figures in the news.
Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so yeah, that's what's up.
And so I thought to myself, what better way to commemorate this year than
immortalizing
one of these figures on an ornament that'll hang on my Christmas tree for the next few decades. And later on in this video, we'll have a special tree lighting ceremony so we can curse our local community with the worst Christmas ornament of 2024. Let's decide on our subject. First off, P. Diddy, I think he's too controversial. I don't want to get canceled right now. AJ Big Justice and the Rizzler, iconic, but I think I've heard "We Bring the Boom" too many times. So I think that leaves us with our third and final option, the Hawk Tuah girl.
And spit on that thing, you get me?
I still don't know if I'm saying that right. For some added context, I already make wooden ornaments that I sell on my Etsy page. Link in my profile, by the way. And there's actually a lot that goes into designing these. These ornaments here are only made of wood. However, the one that I'm making for this challenge is gonna have extra cool features. I'm thinking about adding a sound module that'll say her infamous quote, and because it's also Christmas time, I should add some kind of Christmas light effect. What do you think? Let's make the design. As I mentioned before, there's quite a lot that actually goes into making a wooden ornament. It's not as simple as taking a picture from online and cutting it out on a laser cutter. There's a lot more in between steps that I have to do in order to prep it for the laser cutter. First, we have to choose a photo that we're going to use. Then we upload that to Adobe Illustrator. At this step, in addition to adding the picture here, we also have to add the outlines of all the cuts that we want the laser cutter to make. So this includes the hole for the ornament and the actual outline of it. And of course, in order to make this especially applicable to the holidays, I wanted to add some sort of catchphrase or some sort of pun on the ornament. And I came up with "Cheers to us." I hate it already, but that's the whole point of this. Guys. I have an even better pun that I should have put on there. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to Jano's right now. Click it. Let me hear your best Hawk Tuah holiday themed puns in the comments. I was originally gonna use this design on here, but I kind of realized I wanted her entire face on the ornament, so I repeated the process again with a different image I found online. And of course, I also wanted the year on this ornament so that I can always remember what year the world decided horribly to make this girl famous. And once the design is done, it's time for the cool part, which is laser cutting. I loaded up the file onto the laser cutter software, but here's the thing. Once again, it's easier said than done, because even when you cut stuff out on a laser cutter, you have to mess around with the settings a lot in order to get a crisp image like this Taylor Swift ornament I made. And so in the end, I printed this out probably close to 8 different times, testing little bits of the image so that I finally achieved a pretty crisp image, if I do say so myself. And after cutting this out numerous times, this is the final result. As you can see, there are no embellishments on this yet, so we'll have to do that back at home. It's really gonna be those electronics and those other add-ons that are gonna take this ornament from horrible to absolutely disgusting, aka the worst ornament of 2024. I want people to walk by this and say, "Ugh, you made that?" So now let's add some sound to this ornament. And the way it works is actually pretty cool. You see, this sound module can be purchased from Amazon for just $15. And the way it works is that when I press this button here, a sound that is already pre-recorded on the machine, and you can choose whatever sound you want, plays from this speaker. And one of the best parts of this sound module is that it's rechargeable. So in other words, I don't have to worry about managing batteries or that kind of fun stuff on this ornament, at least for the sound module. It makes powering the electronics for this project significantly easier. Let me show you how I use it. All I have to do is find this cursed clip from online and then convert it to an MP3 file using questionable free online software, and then drag and drop into the sound module when it's plugged into my computer. And that's it. That simple. Highly recommend this sound module if you have any electronics projects that use any sort of sound. My link is in the description. And as you can also see on the ornament, there's a notch right here where the button fits in absolutely perfectly. But as I mentioned before in this video, we're not just stopping at sound. We want to add some sort of light in this as well. This is the current ornament. And as you may have seen earlier, there is a hole where her eyeball is. And so I decided to add an LED there so that it gives the impression that her eyes are glowing. Why did I do this, you may ask? It's because I was inspired by those old memes where they have people's eyes glowing, and because she herself is also a meme, I thought it was only appropriate to do this. To make this easier on myself, rather than using an Arduino or really overcomplicating the battery stuff here, I'm just gonna use this coin cell right here and this LED. And if I connect them, it's able to light up. Now that everything is all done, it's time to finally assemble it. But actually, instead of showing you guys like this, I think that it's only fitting that we have a tree lighting ceremony. So although I don't have my own Christmas tree, we're gonna go find one. So as you can see, this is the final result right here. Pretty proud how this turned out. The light's pretty dull outside because obviously it's a bright day in sunny Los Angeles, but I think it looks pretty good and everything works as intended. And for everybody that's like, oh my God, it looks so bad. That's the whole point. It's supposed to be a cursed ornament.